you can start.
Okay. Hello and good afternoon, Vancouver. Thank you very much, Connectra, for inviting me to give this talk about my society and now charity. I'm a swim coach. I was born in Mexico and moved to Canada 37 years ago. We have started different swim clubs. And it was around 2008 that I started to coach swimmers with disabilities. This has now become my passion. And we have, over all this time, we have just really created a lot of programs. We have achieved huge achievements, and that has now led us to be able to be a charity. In Canada, I'm not a charity, even though I really tried to register my society under charities, but I was told that I was working with professional swimmers. So what I did now is that I moved on to Mexico, where since December we are a full charity. And the charity is to help people with disabilities feel the freedom throughout the water. So I'll tell you a little bit about this. I started to coach around 2008 swimmers with disabilities. And it was, I had swimmers to go to London, the 2012 Games, and to 2016, also Paralympic Games. I've had swimmers going to Pan Am Games in Toronto, breaking records of America, achieving time standards to go to the Paralympics, and coaching is my passion. This has a little bit, this hasn't changed. My passion for coaching is there. But now I'm looking more, it's my passion to help people that have a disability to feel the freedom throughout the water. Because I truly believe that swimming is the most inclusive sport there is. It doesn't matter your ability, your age, you can just practice. You can just jump in any kind of water and feel it. But what I think is, if you live with a disability and you are in a wheelchair or in a bed and have very little mobility, if someone helps you to go into the water and helps you float, you will really feel the freedom that the water gives you. And to me, the freedom represents so much, because it helps you mentally and physically to just feel your body, feel the freedom. And I believe that everybody deserves that feeling. So through achieving big goals, like coaching people that go to the Paralympic Games, we also did a huge achievement that was our stepping stone to where we're right now. I was approached by a Mexican swimmer, Pedro Rangel Haro, in around 2011, I believe. And he said to me, "Coach, are you the coach who swam the English Channel?" And I said, "Yes." So he said to me, "I want to swim the English Channel." And I said, "Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll take you to swim the English Channel." That night I didn't sleep. It was very difficult that night, because I said, "How can I do this?" Like, Pedro lost both of his legs when he was playing on top of a moving train. And since age 9, he is a double leg amputee. But I told him, "Yes, I will take you." So we planned, with the help of my husband, who was an Olympic swimmer from Mexico in Montreal, and also a coach. He said, "Yeah, you can achieve this by training, planning your steps, and really getting him ready." So it was in 2014. We just recently had our 10th anniversary of being the first ever Paralympic relay to cross the English Channel. So 6 Paralympians, 2 Canadians, 3 Mexicans, and 1 Argentinian swimmer. All of them participate in the Paralympic Games, swam from England to France, and we became the first ever Paralympic relay. That was a big achievement that is now leading us to, to further I don't know, challenges in our lives. I told them that I had a dream of building a center for training and that they would always be part of the Honu family. Maybe I should let you know what Honu means. I've said this before, and Honu is the name of our society, of our swim club, and Honu means sea turtle in Hawaiian. Why a sea turtle is because I believe that a turtle is on land, is in danger, and it's slow. And as soon as it gets into the water, it's fast and free. So this is our logo. And now we have continued this name with the charity, adding Ak, which is also sea turtle, but in Maya, because that's where we're moving the center to. So it was then that we achieved the English Channel, and now we have been working towards achieving more. So we went back to the English Channel in 2016, right after the Rio Games, and we had 2 successful relays. One of them was the fastest relay of the whole season for 6 men in the English Channel. After that, in 2018, Pedro Rangel Haro accomplished to be the first ever Paralympian to cross the English Channel. Now, Pedro just participated in his 5th Paralympic Games in Paris. He was before in 4 different Paralympic Games, achieving in each of them a medal. This is the first time he doesn't medal in Paralympic Games. Shortly after that, 2 weeks after, we went to the 2nd IPC World Cup in Sardinia, and he was 2nd place. So, open water is just a real opening for all the Paralympic athletes. So I will tell you a little bit the story where I guess I find myself right now, and I like to give opportunities. I like to help people. I'm very passionate about swimming and helping. I see different ways of coaching where I have always coached, adapting the abilities of my swimmers to the proper, stroke and legal strokes. That is a little bit, it's been very challenging because of classification. It's very challenging because of the opportunities that are given. And unfortunately, after being in Paris, I have come to, different opinions about how the sport is continuing. I can only speak up for swimming and para swimming, which is a sport I completely know. And it is very sad to see how the people with disabilities who started the whole Paralympic movement in swimming, it was all the people, the users, the wheelchair users, are now being displaced. It is sad to see that, but more and more, there's more barriers for people with lower classes. I guess I have to explain a little bit about lower classes. In swimming, there is 10 categories for physical disabilities, 1 to 10. There is 3 classes for visual disabilities and 1 for mental disabilities. So in the physical disabilities, it is just very, very difficult because the ones that used to started the sport, lower classes, 1, 2, 3, 4, are being now really displaced. There is not enough openings There is not enough help from different countries. And it is very sad to see how there's more and more people with very little disabilities taking over the whole Paralympic scene. So having said that, I I truly believe, and I absolutely was amazed by the opening and closing ceremony, how, it was said that it is the the inclusion revolution. And yes, because I really believe that sport can give so many opportunities to people with disabilities. Um, I know not everybody makes it to the Paralympic Games. I know that not everybody can compete, but everybody can, enjoy the freedom that water gives you. So having said that, I'm really now trying to promote that open water becomes a Paralympic sport because it's going to give a lot of opening. And I want to continue, teaching as many people as I can, opening the opportunities that are unfortunately not seen still here. And sadly, I have to see, I wish I would see more swim clubs. I wish I would see more pool rec centers opening opportunities for the people with disabilities to practice. It is very difficult to join a swim club. For many years, I struggled to be able to rent pool space. I was struggling to be able to coach. I was paying to coach and to be part of that, having Paralympic swimmers. There's just not the opportunity. And I think if a person that has a disability wants to swim, that opportunity should be there. I have a swimmer who constantly, gets in touch with me when she wants to swim. There is no pool opening for her. It is very difficult. She's, I would say she's probably a S2. She needs help to be put in the water, take out of the water, but then she swims for about an hour and it really makes her day. She enjoys it. But now there's no pools in Vancouver who actually allow her to do that. So I think we should really make a movement where sport is the revolution to have a barrier-free world, to include people that have a disability, to give the opportunity, because it is, it's just like I truly believe that our health is our biggest treasure. So if we can help with having a more healthy lifestyle, I think that would help everybody. So now I guess I should be talking about now is what we have achieved with so many years of pursuing this dream of people going to the Paralympic Games, people crossing the English Channel. We have now Pedro, next year we're going to do the Triple Crown so he can achieve the first Paralympian swimming the Triple Crown, which is around Manhattan, and also 18 bridges, and also Catalina, and then he'll become the Triple Crown swimmer. We have a documentary that is being making, like we're working on a documentary about Pedro's life and the Honu Para Swim team that I hope I will soon be able to share with you. We're also working on our new website that is now with the charity in Mexico. In about 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be sharing that with Connectra, so Connectra can share you our website. I guess in the meantime, you could see Fearless in YouTube, a portrait of Amber Thomas, which tells a little bit the story about Amber and the Honu Relay in 2014. And there is also Creative Morning, Breakfast TV, where I speak about the English Channel and the relay and our future plans, which was April 3rd of 2020. That's when I talked. So now, our new plans and what we have achieved now, because we have pursuing, being the first, giving the freedom throughout the water and never stopping. We are now a full charity in Mexico, and we're ready to build the most. And here I have to say that I stopped saying inclusive. I stopped saying, I have been stopping using different words because they do take you to different meanings. And I'm changing everything to say it's going to be the most barrier-free center for training in the world. We are really trying to make it the best place for swimmers from around the world to go and train. No barriers, because I truly believe that it has to start. It has started, the movement has started, but now it should be the revolution to a world with no barriers, because I believe that a world with no barriers is a right. It should stop being a privilege. And still today, when I drive around Vancouver and other cities too, like in Europe or in Mexico, you see that they're still today building places that are not accessible for people with disabilities. This has to stop. I think that all the buildings, all the places should be accessible for everyone. And it's been a long, long wait that people that have a disability can travel properly. It's been a long time that you don't have to sit there for hours and hours and hours and research if a hotel is accessible. And then you fly and you get there and you find out that it is not fully accessible because there are stairs, or it's not fully accessible because the door is not wide enough. And I think everybody has a right, the same right. We're all equal in this world to enjoy the world with no barriers. So what I'm trying to do here is we're going to accomplish many, many different projects and programs to help people with disabilities. So we have now, we were donated in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. That is about 40 minutes from Cancun. We were donated a piece of land in which we are going to be building 5 swimming pools. One of them will be the most accessible pool in the world. We have designed some special tools for it. We are also going to build 120 rooms for athletes. We're building 40 beds for coaches, a cafeteria for 150, gym and rehab center, and everything. That will be the home of the Mexican Paralympic swim team. Together, we'll be renting it out to swimmers around the world. And with that, the charity is going to start programs to help people around the world. We're going to start with Mexico, but it will be open to helping people around the world. We want to do a project where we can go into different people's homes and make them accessible. A lot of times you only need a few changes. It's not much you have to change, but we have to really think on making every home where someone lives accessible. The next program will be helping people, if they're vendors, to go and have a properly, vehicle, to have a proper wheelchair where they can go and earn their life every day. We also are going to give full employment to people with disabilities or relatives from people with disabilities to run the center. And we'll keep continuing doing a lot of open water swims. And I really would like to look into the world with no barriers, building a hotel barrier-free. So it's all in Mexico. I will be letting you know the website, the place. Hopefully we start building next year and we'll be open by the end of 2026. We also, would like to share that you can, travel and enjoy the beauty of nature and be able to travel. With that, we're very fortunate to have now very accessible airports when you arrive, and the nice train, the brand new train, it's called the Maya train, which you can take just a minute's walk away, or wheel away from the different airports, and then you go on a very accessible train, and the train will take you only 5 minutes away from the center. So that gives us a lot of encouragement. It pumps us up. We're always working and trying to find better ways of trying to make this world accessible for everyone. I don't know if you would have any questions. I'm going to ask Connectra to put my website as soon as we have the website open. In the meantime, you can find a little bit of information under the Honu Para Swim Team website. It's also under construction because we're adapting a lot. But here in Vancouver, I will be most happy to answer phone calls, or if anybody wants to join the sport of swimming, maybe I can give you some tips or advice where you could do that. And hopefully I see you all one day in the center where you can all enjoy the freedom of the water. I was a little bit mixed up there.
No, that was fine.
No?
Lot of information, lot of good information. But you can give everybody your email if you want.
Yes. It's should I just give it to?
Yeah, you can just say it because there's nobody in that Zoom call. So if somebody is watching like on YouTube or Facebook, they can see it. And this is also recorded. So
Okay, so should I say it, or you write
yeah, you
it?
can say it, and also you can put it in the chat. But chat, nobody will see us. So you can just say it.
Okay. Okay. I will be more than happy to, if you contact me. My email is coach@honuswim.com. So that's HONUSWIM.com. I'll be more than happy to answer questions, and as soon as we have the finished project in English, I'd be more than happy to share it with Connectra.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you
I
so
then
much.